What's up, guys? It is Jonathan with One Big Impact. So today's video is going to be a few things that I think most people should remember when they're doing a powerlifting competition. Now, I talk about a lot of things on this channel, but I will say one of the things that I don't share as much as I probably should is stuff about powerlifting. I am an Arizona state record holder, and I have those 8 records. I have the deadlift record twice. I have the squat record twice. I have, I believe, the push and pull and some other records and stuff like that. So I definitely have some time in powerlifting under my belt. And some of the things that I noticed or have noticed that a lot of people need help with are some very simple things. First of all, don't cut weight. If it's your first powerlifting competition, do not cut weight. Don't start randomly cutting weight for any fucking reason because you think, oh, this is a good idea, or I should just lose weight because I want to be this weight when I compete. It's not a weight loss sport necessarily, and if you become to where you are super competitive in a certain weight class and you look to seek out other people's records or take records in certain weight classes, at that point I think it's going to be way past your first competition. I don't think it's going to be your first competition. If you are with somebody and you think that's a great idea, if you cut weight and randomly you're squatting 800-900 pounds, you probably won't be watching this video, first of all. But if for some reason you are, and that is the case, then as long as you're working with somebody and you do it slowly, it might be a good option for you. But 99% of people don't cut weight. Next thing is, if you're in it for the medals, this is something I recently learned. I'm not even gonna lie. I did not, for the longest time, realize why the hell people would register for 2 different weight classes or 2 different categories. Like, I'm a Masters 1 lifter, which is like in USAPL, it's a lifter from age 40 to 49. And then they have like Masters 1A, Masters 1B. I'm a Masters 1A, which means 40 to 44 or 40 to, I don't know, it's like certain part of the year or something like that. Anyway, and then they have like open raw, which is like from 18 to 39 years old and stuff like that. So why would you register for 2 different classes? Like, why could I register for Masters 1 lifter and open raw? Yes, I could. And apparently I didn't realize that until the last meet. And it just dawned on me, and I was like, why would you do that? Well, first of all, like, if you were going to take a record, that always made sense. I understood that part or whatever. But I never thought about this. If you like medals, if nobody ends up showing up, say you're not competitive in the open class, but maybe there's not that many people, or maybe there's like 2 or 3 people in your weight class that show up in open category, and then maybe you're really super competitive in your weight class and your age range, like Masters 1. Maybe you get first in that, and then you get a medal for second in open. So that's kind of cool. I never thought about that. So I'm going to pay the additional $20. I know that's a really long explanation, and I apologize. The next thing is find the right federation. Okay, so first of all, if you do not use drugs, then you're probably going to go for something like USAPL because they're like the most popular. But USPA does have a tested side of the federation and stuff like that. And I'm sure there's more. I just don't dabble in many more federations out there and stuff like that. But find a federation that's like big in your area. Don't find something that's going to have to make you travel 3 states over once every 2 years when they have a powerlifting meet or something like that. Find a federation that you enjoy, that you like, you mingle with, you like the people. And I will say, don't be worried about like, oh, I don't know anybody in the powerlifting or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't mean shit. You're going to start noticing people over time. Now when I go to meets, I always see like 15, 20 people that I know of that I see every single time. I don't really hang out with them or anything, but I know them, and it's familiar faces, so it's fun to see. The next thing is, don't go alone. Find a coach. Now, if you can't find a coach, or for some reason you can only afford like rice and beans and you're vegan or something like that, well, then you need to eat some meat. Don't say that, Jonathan. I'm just kidding. But I encourage you to go alone, but I also further encourage you to not go alone. And here's the reason. A lot of people do go alone, and it's fine. Here's the thing, though. You have to pay your membership dues. You have to pay for the meat, so that's already like $200 right there. You have to have your squat shoes and your singlet and everything. Total to get a meet going, you're probably going to be around $1,000 or something like that if you get some pretty good stuff. Plus, if you're doing it right, maybe it took you some time and stuff like that to prepare for this. You don't want to go to the meet and be completely fucking stupid, okay? And meaning like you're not stupid, but like if you go to the powerlifting meet and you're just overwhelmed and you don't understand anything and you miss attempts because you don't really know what's going on and stuff like that, it can be extremely discouraging and you may not go back. The next thing is train and peak out, okay? You could do whatever blocks you want. I like to take people through at least like 12 weeks before a powerlifting meet. I like to start off with like some higher repetition stuff and then a strength phase and then a powerlifting peaking phase so that they are really truly displaying their best possible versions of the squat, bench, and deadlift, not just like, oh, I kind of cranked something out today. And it's not to say that you won't have good numbers. Some people just do really well, like all the time in the gym and stuff like that, and they'll do really well. And then the last one is read the rules, because this is not gym lifting. And it's really sad because I remember this guy came in and he just looked like a random like college kid or whatever, maybe like 20 years old. He had the weirdest looking singlet on, like maybe he was like wrestling or something like that. The kid came out there, he had to be like maybe like 175, 180. He came out there and benched over 500 pounds. And I was like, you bastard. Like, that was just intense and insane and really cool to see that. And he got red lights on every single attempt on his bench, and he didn't get credit for anything. Why? Because he didn't read the rules. He didn't understand powerlifting and, the start, press, rack commands and stuff like that. He was jumping all the commands and everything. So it was really sad to see somebody that strong probably get discouraged, and he was cussing and pissed off and stuff like that. And for good reason. He was probably upset. So if you are looking for a coach, please make sure you reach out. You can email me at thriftime@gmail.com, thriftime@gmail.com. You can also find me on Facebook. My group is called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life, and Instagram at One Big Impact. It helps to get with somebody, and whether it's proper training program or proper preparation or anything like that, you don't have to meet with a coach all the time. Online has its benefits. In person has its benefits. It just really benefits to not show up, not really knowing what you're doing. So that being said, if you are signing up for a powerlifting event, I wish you the best, and tag me on Instagram in your next one, because I'd really love to see it. You guys, be stronger than excuses. Have a fucking amazing day. Keep up the good work and smash your goals. Goodbye.